What's up, homies? Welcome back to MB2 Underground, where we deceive you creatively in the process of hopefully entertaining you. I'm Sarah Reed, and I'm joined by my co-host, Jonathan Tyrock. Plot twist.
Ouch. Filling in for Mr. Tyrock, this is Joe Fox.
This is a throwback for us.
How you doing, Mama?
I made it.
You made it?
I'm here.
Could we get a little baby update? What's happening?
I've got less than 2 months left, and I am uncomfortable.
And you're crushing it.
You're very sweet. He'll start messing with me, so if I get distracted, just pick up my slack.
Yeah. What do we call him, little man?
Rowan, his name.
Oh
Yeah, he has a name.
So is this the first time the listeners are hearing the little man's name?
Hard launch. Everything on the podcast.
So we have 3 interviewers today on the podcast. This is going to be another exciting, fun podcast. Got a great
Setting
guest.
the bar high.
We are in the presence of Hollywood celebrity.
I don't know if you
Most
noticed in my
important thing to know.
intro.
I did notice that. I think our guests noticed that as well.
Yeah, I don't think our listeners will get it because
They will.
it's very obscure.
We'll help them understand who Johnny is.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Are you going to introduce
into
him?
that.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah. So anyway, we one of the coolest things about working at MB2, being part of this organization, is that the organization, for the sake of our partners, is always trying to evolve, right? Always trying to develop additional support, right? Again, mostly for the sake of our partners, but also for the sake of dentistry at large. And we have a new awesome offering, Partnership Light model.
I like that.
That is called Carabelli Club, and it's really exciting. It's an awesome startup within a large established organization. This individual is running that startup. Tracy Swanson, Director of Growth and Membership at Carabelli Club. So welcome, friend.
Hello.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? A guy who looks that good? Look at this suit,
Oh, I
man.
miss
Get up.
how uncomfortable you make me complimenting our guests. But for any of our listeners that want a quick overview into what the Carabelli Club is, you can go back to episode 72 with Jeff Salucci.
Awesome. Yeah.
What's the For Dummies explanation of what Carabelli Club is?
Yes, the Carabelli Club is an affiliate program of MB2. So I'm an MB2 employee, just tasked with growing the club. It is a light version of the MB2 partnership model. So MB2 business development team, Joe, as you know, talks to over 3,000 dentists a year about partnering with MB2. Mm-hmm. Only partners with about 3% of those docs. And from what I've heard, the other 97% in the past would still, many of them come back to us and say, how can I reduce my overhead?
Yeah.
How can I lower costs on supplies? How can I get access to some of these amazing deals that you guys get? And if they weren't a partner of ours, we didn't have a solution for them. And so the executives of MB2 started to think, how can we benefit the solo practitioner who doesn't join MB2? And so that's the basis for Carabelli Club, allowing the solo practitioner and small to medium-sized groups get access to supplies and labs and 80-plus other vendors.
So how does that work technically? What's the process of joining the Carabelli Club?
Very easy process. You fill out an enrollment form, you make a payment, and it's $199 a month to enroll. So very low barrier to entry. And we set you up with our amazing member experience team, who are a lot of folks from the integrations and onboarding team at MB2, who get them linked with all of the vendors on the back end and train them on how to use Dentira, which is the procurement platform that we utilize for our Carabelli Club members.
Nice.
And 3 to 5 business days later, they are rocking and rolling, receiving the same, not quite the same discounts that an MB2 dentist gets, because they're not giving up equity in their practice, of course. They're joining a club, but better discounts than any solo practitioner is going to get.
Better than they're going to get anywhere else.
Yeah.
Can you help us put order of magnitude around the $199 a month? I mean, they're going to make that up like very quickly, right? And the savings they're accruing.
Well, a lot of dentists think that they're only going to save on supplies, but we have 6 labs that we're partnered with that have very competitive fee schedules, along with 80 plus other vendor partners from multiple sectors of the dental industry. So not only are they going to save on supplies and labs, but also on technologies, on marketing, and on ortho, endo, implants, et cetera. So multiple ways for them to save. Not to mention, we have a box of gloves for under $3 a box. Now, when disposables and infection control make up 50% of your supply costs, when you can save $3, $4 on a box of 100 gloves, that's going to save you thousands in the long run.
Glove savings.
That's insane.
They're able to save on their Invisalign. They're able to save on other vendors like Weave and Dental Intelligence and Overjet. And Amazon is a partner of ours. We're the only buying club or group purchasing organization that's partnered with Amazon Business.
That's so cool.
For their front and back office supplies, they're getting a 15% discount. They're getting half off their subscription to Amazon Business. Not only are we going to save them on supplies, labs, and these other vendors, but we're going to save them on time because we've gone through the effort of vetting these vendors. And so they're not going to have to be the one that decides what vendors would be best for them. We've done that already for them. We have scrub partnerships. We have partnerships in implants, endo, marketing. I mentioned Invisalign. They're offered over 2,000 hours of continued education, the same access to CE that an MB2 doctor gets. They get other cool lifestyle perks like 20% off Hilton hotels,
rental
National
cars,
Enterprise rental cars,
Skechers
shoes, 30% off. I bought my dad a pair of Skechers golf shoes. He loves them. The slip-ins, oh, they're amazing.
His baby is so comfortable.
He loves them. Wears them everywhere, not even off the golf course.
Just like Tony Romo.
Just like him.
So we've partnered with Henry Schein as our main distribution partner, and with that, you get formulary pricing, which means you get a blended discount on 20,000 of their most commonly used items. Now, with 80 plus vendors, you don't have to use every vendor. You can pick and choose which ones you take advantage of. And we have a member experience team that will help walk you through, describe what these vendors do, and help link you to them on the back end. So that will save you time and the effort involved in finding these vendors as well.
It's an incredible way to support the industry. Like you said, we talk to 2,500, 3,000 potential partners a year, and again, we're going to partner with something like 60 to 100 of those in any particular year. But historically, we haven't had something to offer those folks that just weren't quite ready for that full-on partnership. And this has been a game changer for us to say, hey, look, we can still support you, right? MB2, again, it goes back to Dr. V's founding vision of just wanting to support dentists for the sake of the profession, right? And it's a great way to
impact.
do it. Yeah, industry. Like, it's so special, right? And the cost is like
de
incredibly attractive, literally de minimis for what they're getting. So that's special, man. I bet it's super fun to be part of that startup. And where are you guys at now? What are the stats? Like, how many members?
What cost to join the club is $199 a month if you sign up one practice. We have a multi-location discount that would be $159 a month per practice. Now, if an MB2 doctor refers someone to us, we give them 6 months free in their first year. So that's half off. And like I mentioned before, it's going to pay for itself with just glove savings alone. And it's an easy sell for a salesman like myself. As a matter of fact, funny story, Jeff Salucci and I were talking about yesterday. I hopped on a sales call my second day on the job, and I start talking to this dentist, and 10 minutes later, they're sold. This is my first ever sales call. And she says, I'm ready to enroll. Where do I sign up? And I hang up the phone and thought, this is going to be the easiest sales job I've ever had. I'm 1 for 1. I'm batting 1,000. And they signed up right then and there. It hasn't been as easy as I thought, but we started to think, okay, why would somebody not sign up for this? And in a lot of ways, these dentists have their workflows. They have their ways of doing things. And this is somewhat of an interruption to that, although it's a pretty seamless integration. We hook up all the vendors on the back end. We train them on how to use Dentira, and it's easy peasy from there.
It's usually just fear of like, I've always done it this way. I don't know how to
fear
do it
change.
this other way.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly. So we are saving dentists, if they commit to everything that we're offering and use everything we're offering, we're saving them thousands of dollars. And not only that, we're offering our expertise and saving them
Guidance.
time
Oh, yeah.
and resources. And ultimately, we've vetted all of these vendors. And so they don't have to go out and look and find these different vendors to use, because they can trust that an organization like ours trusts these vendors. They can trust them too.
That's got to be a good benefit of having the backing of MB2, is that it's not that Carabelli Club has been around for X amount of time and we found these vendors. It's these vendors have been vetted and utilized on a larger scale for a much longer time than Carabelli Club's even been around. For you as the Director of Growth and Membership, what does your role look like, and what impact do you have on Carabelli Club?
So I'm the front line talking to any new prospect that comes in, whether it's an inbound lead through our marketing efforts or it's an outbound lead, and I'm reaching out to these prospects cold. So I'm running sales, putting a lot of our processes in place, working with our sales support team.
Wait, give us your pitch. Pretend like we're a cold call. How would you pitch Carabelli Club to us?
Dr. Sarah, do
I
you
love that.
want to save money on supplies, labs, and 80 plus other vendors?
You should be doing infomercials.
Totally.
Have
Great
you
voice.
been affected
Great
by?
voice.
I don't know. Maybe it depends on how much. Now we're
Well-
full blown role playing. Keep going.
Yes. Who are you currently ordering supplies from?
Your mom's basement. So I couldn't think of anybody.
So rude.
Mom?
Mom helped us get dressed today.
Yes.
Yeah, my mom did pick this outfit out. Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, hey, look, are you looking to save money on supplies? One of the first ways I'll go is, are you utilizing Invisalign? And if they are,
Yeah, because that cost savings has to be pretty steep.
yes, we offer a discount on Invisalign cases,
Boom.
which is
Regardless of volume, just day one, switch on the pricing.
that's
and
in
you go.
between the gold and gold plus tier level.
awesome.
And if they have an iTero, they get half off their monthly subscription on the iTero.
That DSP program, yeah. Wow.
So
So finding ways to create impact without them actually having to do anything.
absolutely.
Nice. What's upcoming with Carabelli Club that you're excited about? Like, what does the future hold, or what's something new that you guys are gearing up for?
We are partnering with not only state dental organizations, but also some magazine publications, Influential Dental. We've got an advertisement going out too. And so not only those partnerships that will continue to get the word out on Carabelli, but also conferences, CE events, and events down the road. I'm continuing to work with our MB2 partners because we get a ton of referrals in from
Oh, I
the
bet.
MB2 doctor owners, and we appreciate the heck out of those, because if the referral comes in from an MB2 partner doc, they can vouch for us, and,
Yeah,
and that
absolutely.
referral is going to trust their friend who refers them, of course. So a lot of exciting initiatives coming up in 2026 that are going to continue to grow. Joe, you asked about the where we're at now.
Yeah.
So we officially launched this club in June of this
Wow.
year.
Not even 6 months old.
Not even 6 months old. We've grown to well over 250 members.
Unreal.
And are on our way to surpassing 300 by the end of this year, which I don't know if there's an exact stat on this, but from what I've heard, some of the older, longer group purchasing organizations that have been in existence for decades, it took them years to get to 200 members.
Wow.
We've done that in 6 months.
That's
Unreal.
amazing.
Would you say maybe the hindrance to not being 1,000 right now is just folks, we just got to get the word out, and folks just don't, the solo practitioner doesn't quite know about the program yet? I mean, that's...
I think that's one of the things stopping us is getting the word out. But there's only so many solo practitioners out there to go after, but we're also targeting small groups. We can benefit your multi-practice, small to mid-sized groups as well. So a lot of work to do on my end. We're still a small team.
Yeah.
We're going to continue to grow and add people to our team, and so that will definitely help. And there's nothing that I'm not going to put it. I'm not going to put a guarantee on us getting to 1,000 by next year, Joe. But we're going to definitely be at 500.
There we go.
I believe it. Yeah, but listen, you got the 15 people in the business development team, always on the road, always spreading the word, and Carabelli has been an awesome thing for us to talk to folks about, regardless of their interest in a partnership now or in the future. It's like, hey, look, might as well take advantage of this awesome program with a great organization. So
without having to go out and research who they want to go with. What is Carabelli Club's strategy for attracting other vendors or other resources that could be available to the club members?
My colleague Travis Gillespie is our VP of Partnerships, and he is a wealth of knowledge. Sometimes I just want to take notes every time he's talking because he knows every technology in the industry, every partner, what they do, et cetera. And so the beauty of this, Sarah, is everybody in the industry, unless you've been living under a rock, you're now aware that MB2 has a buying club or a group purchasing organization that we've affiliated with. And so we get a lot of people knocking on our door asking to partner with us or wanting to partner with us. And so Travis is responsible for vetting those vendor partnerships.
Awesome.
We want to make sure that we're in alignment with MB2 vendor partners as well, and we'll continue to do so. And Travis is a busy man.
Yeah.
It's a great situation to be in.
Well, and it's cool to constantly be expanding and even after 6 months, there's obviously room for growth, but not getting complacent and we offer enough. If we have any listeners that are interested in Carabelli Club or know somebody who might be, what is their next step? And I believe there's some sort of referral bonus or something available if you do refer somebody in who joins the Carabelli Club. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So can we drop a link for an enrollment form or a referral form underneath here?
Our producers are saying yes.
Producers, they're shaking their heads.
Okay.
Yes.
We'd like to drop a link
down below.
Yes.
Isn't that what they do?
That will guide. If you know somebody that's interested, please click the link below and fill out your basic information, the referral's basic information. I will contact them that day.
So definitely if you're going to refer somebody, let them know they're going to get a call so that they answer it.
Yeah, that's important. Thank you for noting that, Sarah. Otherwise, it's just Tracy calling you about Carabelli Club. Please talk to them first. That way I'm not cold calling. But yes, simple process. They fill out the referrals information. I reach out. We go over a little bit of the information around supply ordering and vendors that they work with and determine if this is going to be a fit for them. They can sign up that day. We'll set them up with an onboarding call, and they can be up and running within 3 to 5 business days.
Wait, I don't know that I thought about that, but I like that. You're vetting to make sure that this is a good solution for them. It's not just we promise we'll save you money. And then for whatever reason, maybe they've got some sweetheart deals or something and they don't. You're looking at what they're actually spending and being able to give them some sort of cost opportunity breakdown, right?
Absolutely.
That's dope.
Well, and that analysis in and of itself is valuable, extraordinarily valuable.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me how I'm doing. Most dentists are on an island. They don't know. Most of the solo practitioners, they don't know how they're doing. They don't know if the pricing they're getting is good, bad, or otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're happy to run a cost comparison for them, look at their trailing 12-month supply invoices, and show them black and white, here's what we can save you.
Awesome.
We got to learn more about you, man. And I'm going to thank you for providing such incredible detailed notes ahead of time. I would say you spent some considerable time here, and we appreciate that. So first thing, how'd you become a child actor, man?
Oh, my goodness. Well,
This
Thank
is
you.
rare. I don't often meet child actors.
Yeah, we usually don't have celebrities on our show.
Yeah,
Except for Dr. B that one time.
I see you guys must have checked out my IMDb.
Sure
Well, there's
did.
like 3 Tracy Swanson IMDb's, so we had to guess that we got the right one.
The other 2 are women, I'm sure.
Obviously.
But yeah, I am the product of a mother who was a theater major in college, and a father who was a car salesman. So when you combine those 2, here
That's
I
the
am.
recipe. I love
Yeah,
it.
what does A plus B equal? I'm confused.
A plus
He
B
said this.
equals T. So yes, as a former child star, my mother had, I think, aspirations of her own on wanting to be an actress back in the
momager.
day. You know, I think being the 4th child stole any aspirations that my mom had of being an actress. And so she thought, why don't I put my son through auditions? And as a 4th child, I was always the outgoing, comedic relief of the family, I think. And
Do you feel like those expectations placed on you in childhood contributed to who you are as an adult? It's a lot of pressure to be a child going into auditions and being the star. How do you feel like that's impacted you?
Oh
as a
my
grown-up?
gosh, that's a hard-hitting question. It made me who I am today, preparing for failure as a salesperson.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of ups and downs that come with being a salesperson, and you roll with the punches. But I used to hate the fact that we would go to auditions, and as any actor or actress knows, you don't get 95% of the auditions that you go to. There was one I remember. This was middle school time frame, getting out of school, and I got in the car, and my mom said, "You got it. You got the role of Johnny in an independent film that actually played at the." Thank you, Sarah. That played at the Sundance Film Festival.
How cool.
So
What year
How
is
many
this? What are we
lines did
talking-
you have?
I was a small part. This was in the year
2001?
This was in the year 2001.
We checked out the IMDb
okay.
page.
Yep.
How old were you?
That made me 14.
Wow.
Yep, 14 or 15.
How many lines did you have?
Very small part. It was.
Did you actually have any
But
lines?
pivotal.
It was 2 days of filming, and it was a very small part. I actually played a bully, which.
That tracks.
Totally present as a bully.
No, it doesn't track. And I'm not your typical bully, but anyway, yeah, it flopped. It never made it very far. I went to the release at a theater in downtown Dallas, and the director was, "Hey, look at me, I'm trying a big time director," and I was like, "Dude, there's 24 people here watching."
Like it's me
this
and my mom.
film."
What are you bragging about?
Yeah.
I love it.
So.
But I can see how dealing with rejection at a young age would get you ready for sales. I saw a quote yesterday that I relayed to my salesperson husband. Everything is a win if the goal is experience. So then that way you're not so just like attached to the outcome of things.
Absolutely.
So that's what I've been holding on to. But you got to learn that at 14.
Another one I like is awkwardness develops character. And
That's why I'm funny. That makes sense.
yeah, there were a lot of character
Yeah,
development going on here.
Wow.
Okay. So you're a child star and then you go to college for broadcast journalism.
At Mizzou, which is a big darn deal.
Yeah.
That's probably the best broadcast journalism program in the country,
How do
right?
you know
Maybe
that?
I had some friends, maybe next to or close to like a Northwestern or something. Like, aren't those kind of the 2 best programs?
Good call, Joe. Yes.
Very prepared.
One of the oldest journalism schools west of the Mississippi. And so the Mizzou Mafia, as we claim, are a proud bunch. It's an old established journalism school, and quite a few famous folks in the broadcast world went to Mizzou. That was what brought me to the University of Missouri. I'm a Texas boy. I never would have thought of going to Missouri for college, but when I knew that I wanted to major in broadcast, my counselor at the time said, "Why don't you look into Missouri?" And I thought, Missouri.
What was it that made you want to major in broadcast?
I grew up once again watching the Today Show with Matt Lauer.
Oh yeah, the heyday of the Today Show.
Yeah.
Katie was Couric.
Katie Couric,
Couric, yeah.
Matt Lauer,
Lauer,
since been canceled,
Yeah.
but loved it. Watched it every day with my mom, and knew that I love sports. I wanted to do the sports side of broadcast, and
You got a great voice for it, man.
oh, thank you. Not just a face for radio.
You got
Joe.
the pretty face and the voice, man. It's the
Yep.
combo.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
Thank you.
So what? Okay, so what? How did that happen? What happened with that? You didn't chase the sports broadcast?
I went to Mizzou. I started getting into broadcast classes. I got a little jaded. Like I said, I wanted to do sports, and you can't just jump straight into sports.
Yeah.
You've got to do the news side of things, and there I was on the side of the road reporting on new road construction in small town Missouri.
Riveting.
I'm reporting on a new sheriff in small town Camdenton, Missouri. And
Iconic.
That's how you start, though, man. That's the grind.
yeah, and I don't know. I just wasn't. I guess I wasn't ready for the grind, and I knew that I was going to have to go to small town America, work 6 days a week, and get paid peanuts in small town Iowa, and I didn't want that for myself, and so moved
He
back
said,
to
I was
Dallas.
born to be a star. I'm not meant on the side of the
Seriously,
road.
It's very similar to acting, right? Like so many people are out there grinding and hustling, getting paid nothing, and very few make it. And we all know about the ones who made it, but we don't know about all the ones who
No, we don't.
tried,
Well,
right?
They're at the Cheesecake Factory.
They end up at one of the larger dental partnership organizations selling dental supplies.
So you're like, I'm not a street news guy. What shift did you make from there?
So after college, moved back to Dallas, had a friend that worked at an IT staffing firm here in Dallas. And he said, hey, look, we're hiring. This was in 2010, right on the coattails of a recession.
Yeah, totally.
I just love this because when my degree didn't pan out for me immediately after college, I went into staffing as well. I was not good at it though. Because I got a PR degree. What am I going to go do with that? Like be PR for the Mavericks? No, you got to be PR for the side of the road first, and you got to work your way up, right? No, so I just did staffing for a couple of years.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a huge industry. A $100 billion a year industry or something. I always used to hear, but there's always space for recruiters, and that's what I did. I actually worked there for 10 years. Recruiting and account management and internal recruiting, going to colleges and getting students, new graduates to come work for the staffing firm I was at, which was a blast.
Yeah, I bet. Tell us about Membersy. What is it, and how did you get there? You were the 9th employee at this startup.
So had been at that IT staffing firm for 10 years, had a friend
10
that
years.
started. Yeah,
It's a long time.
That's a
I
long
made
time.
it for that long. Had a friend that started Membersy. Eric Johnson founded Membersy. He was a good friend of mine, and he said, hey, I want you to come work at Membersy. And I thought, okay, dental membership plans. What the heck is this? It's for uninsured patients. And so he kept trying to get me to come work there. And eventually I
Did he
folded.
Johnny you into it?
He creatively decepted. Yes.
Wow.
Bullied.
He bullied me into it.
There we go.
And so I did. I took the plunge and got the opportunity. As you mentioned, Joe, I was the 9th employee at Membersy. The founder, Eric Johnson, my other friend, Michael Schumann, worked there. And so I got the opportunity to work with my buddies and help grow something. I was there starting in account management and eventually worked my way into sales where Membersy grew to work with 7 of the 10 largest dental support organizations in the country, including MB2.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was the intro to MB2.
That was the intro to MB2. We administered the Thrive dental plan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is the membership plan that MB2 docs use to offer their uninsured patients.
And how does that work? Did each group have a customized plan, or was Thrive like brand specific to MB2? Or can you talk us a little bit through that?
Exactly. Yeah. Each group had their customized dental membership plan, and Thrive was the name that we came up with for MB2.
So they're not all thriving.
Correct.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, how I said it, I was unaware of the pun as it came out, but yes. So they're not all called Thrive.
Not all called Thrive. With a group like MB2 that gives docs the autonomy, didn't want the membership plan tied directly to an MB2 name. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like the Aspen Dental Savings Plan or
That makes sense.
the Rodeo Roundup plan that we had for Rodeo Dental, things like that. But Thrive was offered by MB2 docs.
Yeah. What years were this at Membersy?
This was 2019 to just recently.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. So a lot had changed in the industry. Like, what are your perceptions and experiences with kind of seeing kind of all the change in the DSO landscape in that time period?
Well, I had the opportunity to work with all these large DSOs, and so I saw the inner workings of the dental support organization, but also learned how to work with a dental partnership organization, which is a totally different beast in that we weren't going to push Thrive down every MB2 doctor's throat and force them to do it. Obviously, that's not the way that MB2 operates, and so it was a lot of fun. But I also saw that DSOs can be a mess, Joe.
Yeah. Tell me more.
Well, I always said if I go from the vendor side to the DSO or DPO side, the only one that I would work for would be MB2.
Shout out.
Yeah, I mean it's. I loved from the outside looking in the culture, the leadership team, the people, the docs that we worked with.
The podcast hosts.
I don't know if the podcast existed.
Oh, it didn't. It didn't.
At that time.
I just felt left out. Continue.
And so the only one that I ever thought about working for was MB2. And as my time at Membercy kind of came to an end, I reached out to some of the leadership over here, and they just so happened to be starting this Carabelli Club. And it really piqued my interest.
I was going to say, what about it drew you to it? Because it's brand new at the point that you're coming in. Obviously, now we've got some experience under our belt, but that's kind of I guess I was going to call it scary, but that's pretty much what you did at Membersy. So
another startup, yeah.
That was one of the bigger selling points, was the fact that it was a startup environment, but it had the resources and the backing of MB2, a well-established organization. And so it was getting to come in and kind of lay the groundwork, put the processes in place, and build something from the ground up once again, but also knowing that, if we failed, it wasn't going to go under. I guess if it wasn't going to tank.
Love it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It was really interesting to learn more about Carabelli Club. Like I said, episode 72, Jeff Salucci goes into it pretty high level, but it was really great to get a more inside scoop as to what's happened over the last several months.
Yeah, absolutely. Really appreciate you being here, man, taking the time.
Thank you all.
I'm going
to
be honest, I'm going to have a hard time not calling you Johnny for the rest of the time, but I'm going to work on it.
You should just do it.
All right. Or Tony. Yeah. Well, listeners, thank you for joining us for another great episode of the MB2 Underground podcast. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later.